Question number 7. Annette bought a new aquarium for her fish. Which of the following describes the amount of water she may need to fill an aquarium? I have 10 fluid ounces, 10 gallons, 10 pounds, and 10 feet. Okay, if we're talking about filling an aquarium with a liquid, we're not going to measure it in feet, and we don't measure it in water. It's either going to be gallons or fluid ounces. And if I think about fluid ounces are very small. A cup is 8 ounces, or I could think of a can of soda would be 12 ounces. So, in between there, that'd be a very small aquarium. That wouldn't really constitute an aquarium. That may be something they put your goldfish in, maybe a bag when you buy it at the store. So that one's not right. So our answer is going to be 10 gallons is a good estimate for the size of an aquarium. Look at question number 8. On question number 8, equivalent measures are shown in the table below. It says 100 centimeters divided by the process by 100 equals 1 meter. So there's 100 centimeters in a meter, and so on. Okay, the neighborhood decided to have a contest to see which family could roll the tire the furthest. Okay, the results are shown in the table below. And you got the Brown family and all the families right there. Based on the information in the table, which two families rolled their tire a combined distance of 8 meters? Combined distance of 8 meters. And this is a pretty simple problem because we can convert all of these into meters really quick just by dividing by 100. So this would be 2 meters, that's 3 meters, that's 6 meters, and that's 7 meters. So we need to come up with the two that equal 8 meters. Two that equal 8 meters. And we'll look at it. It looks like only two numbers I can put together is going to equal 8. It's going to be the Wilson family and the Brown family. So the Brown family and the Wilson family are going to be our answer. So our answer choice is H. Pretty simple one there. Okay, question number 9. On Monday, Cole ran 1 5/10 miles. On Tuesday, she ran 1,600 yards. What is the distance in feet between the distance Cole ran on these 2 days? So we need to figure out the distance. There's a few steps to this. And probably the first thing to do is go ahead and convert. We'll go ahead and box in the question. Okay, what's the difference? So there's going to be a subtraction problem. And if you look at it, our answer needs to be in feet. All our answer choices are in feet also. And none of our measurements are in feet, so we're going to have to convert all of our measurements into feet. So the first one is we'll convert 1,600 yards into feet. 1,600 yards equal blank feet. And if I look on my math chart, it looks like 1 yard. 1 yard equals 3 feet. That's a big to small. It's a multiplication problem. So I'm going to multiply 1,600 times 3. 1,600 times 3. That's 0. That's 0. 6 times 3 is 18. And 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 would be 4. So that's 4,800 feet in our 1,600 yards. And we're going to convert the 1.5 miles into yards, okay, or into feet. But if we look on our math chart, it doesn't have what that conversion is for us. So we're going to have to go ahead and figure out what the conversion is. And if I want to figure out how many feet there are in a mile, I would just go ahead and convert, or I can multiply 1,760 by 3, and that's going to tell me how many feet are in a mile. So that 3 times 0 is 0, 6 times 3 is 18, 3 times 7 is 21, plus another one is 22, and 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So that's 5,280 feet in a mile. So I go ahead and do my conversion right there. That's 1 5/10 miles equals blank feet. I have my conversion right there. It says 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. That's a big to small. It's a multiplication problem, so I'm going to multiply 5,280 times 1 and 5/10. I could do that right here. So that's 1 and 5/10 times, I messed that up a little bit. Let's erase that. I can erase without not erasing too much. I actually don't put my larger, the 5,280. 5,280 times 1 and 5/10. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 would be 14. And 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 would be 26. Go ahead and multiply time, put my 0 market place value, and 1 times 0 times 8 times 2 and times 5. I add that up, that's 0, that's 0. 8 and 4 is 12. 6, 2 and 1 is 9. And then 5 and 2 is 7. So it looks like 1.5 miles. And I got to bring my decimal. I have 1 decimal place right there. So I'm going to put 1 decimal here. So that ends up being 7,920 miles. Or I'm sorry, 7,920 feet. 7,920 feet. And we'll subtract what he ran the second day, which was 4,800 feet. That's 0, that's 2, that's 1, and that's 3. So 3,120 feet is the difference, and our answer choice is D. Question number 10 says, Doug wants to put a fence around his yard. He drew a diagram of his yard to help him find how much fence material he would need. Doug realized he had labeled each side measurement except side A. His diagram is shown below. So we know we need to find the perimeter of this, figure out what the perimeter of it is, and if I figure out perimeter, I need to add all sides. And if I look at this, I know this from here to here is 5 yards. The distance from here to here is going to be 5 yards also. And I know this area right here is 3 yards. So to make up this distance right here, that'd be another 2 yards. So that's 2 yards right there. Now all I need to do is add up all the sides. That's 9, have 5, have 6, have 3, and I have 3 again, and then I have my 2, and that's all my sides. Try to find some numbers to put together to equal something here, and we'll say this is 6 and 6, that's 12, and that's 7, and that would be 16. Add that up, that's 8. So it looks like 28 yards is the distance around. So you need 28 yards of fence.